Please be seated. Members of the faculty, distinguished trustees and guests, honored graduates, parents, spouses, family, and friends, welcome to the 176th commencement ceremony honoring the graduating class of 2026 of Baldwin Wallace University. My name is Kathy Dollard, and it is my privilege to serve the university as interim provost and welcome you all to this very special event. Before we begin the ceremony, there are a few announcements and acknowledgments I would like to make. The safety and care of everyone attending the ceremony today are important. First, if anyone needs medical assistance during this ceremony, Health Services is set up to my left at the Red Cross sign. Second, we have a full house today, and should you need to know where to exit the facility, it's important that you identify where those exits are. Please take a moment to identify your closest exit, which may be behind you. There are also exits behind me on either side of the stage, to the left and the right in the track area, and along the back wall of the field house. I'd also like to take a second to recognize the BW Brass Choir, under the direction of Dr. Kenneth Heinlein of the Conservatory of Performing Arts. The invocation will be offered by Reverend C.J. Harkness, Director of Culture and Spiritual Life. This will be followed by the national anthem.
Please join me in a spirit of prayer. Holy One, we pause in this moment as we've gathered to celebrate those who are becoming, in a moment of completion of a stage along that journey. We ask that the spirit of gratitude fill us as we reflect on every assignment that's been completed, every bill that's been paid, every obstacle that has been overcome, a spirit of hope for the future, that what they have become to this moment will set the stage for what they will continue to become in the future, and a spirit of celebration and joy as we live in this present moment of celebration. Amen.
Please be seated. My name is Lee Fisher, and it's my honor to serve as the president of Baldwin Wallace University. I am still a freshman. This is my first official May commencement, so this class in particular is one that I will never forget, and you are officially, as of this moment, my favorite class. You might be thinking I'll say that next year, and you're right. but you are my favorite class right now, and the class that I'll always remember. Whenever I hear the Star-Spangled Banner, it makes me believe that now is the moment to honor the women and the men who have served our country. So I want to begin today by asking the women and men here today who do serve or have served in the military, would you stand so we can thank you for your service? Reverend Harkness, Board Chair Thomas, distinguished platform guests, Board of Trustee members, faculty, staff, students, alumni, and other distinguished guests, and especially, of course, our awesome graduates and your families and friends. It's a true honor to be with you today. Serving as your president is an honor of a lifetime. And just as our graduates began a new, exciting chapter in their lives, in many ways, so does BW. We're beginning a new, exciting chapter in the life of our great and historic university. Before I introduce some people, I want to give you a news bulletin that just came over the wires not long ago. As we speak, the BW baseball team is playing in the OAC championship against Ohio Northern, and we know who's going to win, so let's congratulate them now. We'll be having a separate commencement on Tuesday evening for the baseball team, and you're all welcome. We have some outstanding elected officials here today. And I may miss a few, so I'll ask all to rise if I miss some. But in addition to, of course, Mayor Kleem, who's going to be our commencement speaker, we also have here today State Representative Mike Davila. Mike, would you please stand and be recognized wherever you are? And we have here today Cuyahoga County Councilman Mike Gallagher. Mike, would you please stand and be recognized? Mayor Kleem, you're going to have to stand a lot, but stand one more time to honor you as well. Are there any elected public officials in the audience who I missed? Please stand. Is there anybody who would like to run for public office someday? Please stand. Okay. To the many family members and friends who have come to join us on this occasion, you have provided encouragement and praise and, yes, financial support to make this special day possible. Will the families of our graduates please stand so we can acknowledge and thank you for the unbelievably important role you've played getting us here today. I also want to take a moment to congratulate those who are watching from home on the live stream and celebrating with all of you as well. To our alumni of Baldwin Wallace, I'd also like you to stand because you have left a legacy behind, but you are also giving back. And we appreciate your loyalty and dedication to BW. Will all the alumni of BW please stand? You may have noticed that's a lot of people here today. With us today is the chair of our Board of Trustees, Lee Thomas. This is his last commencement as chair of our board, not his last commencement because he will be on our board, as far as I'm concerned, for the next 30 years. He may not like that, but I have already decided that. He has led BW through some of our greatest challenges, and because of his leadership and the leadership of his fellow trustees, our determination has never been stronger, our future has never been bolder. Chairman Thomas, would you please stand so we can thank you for your outstanding service as chair of this board last 3 years? Our Board of Trustees provides outstanding leadership. Just yesterday, we had an all-day board meeting that started at 7 in the morning and ended close to 5 p.m. And that's pretty typical for these board members, all of whom volunteer their service. They are truly, in many ways, the people who help lead this university and guide its strategic vision. Would all the members of our Board of Trustees who are seated right over there please stand so we can thank them for their great volunteer service. There are many more who could not be here today because many of our board members also live out of town, but they were all there yesterday at our board meeting. Next, I want to thank a remarkable group of people who I think it's fair to say in many ways are the heart and the soul of BW. When I ask students, why did you come to BW? The answer I get most frequently is faculty. These are people who are experts in their field. And frankly, they could be making a lot more money somewhere else in the private or public or nonprofit sector, but they chose BW because of all of you who are graduating today. So would the members of our faculty stand and let us thank you for your tireless devotion for our students. It's no surprise to me that they will probably get the loudest applause of the day, other than, of course, our graduates. Behind the scenes is a group of people who work day and night, year-round. They're often unseen, but trust me, without them, there would be no BW. Because they support our students, they support our faculty, they support our alumni, they support me and our senior leadership team. They are people who we have our great, deep gratitude for. Would all the members of the BW staff please stand and be recognized so we can thank you. I just want to say a few words to our graduates. I want you to take a moment and just soak all this in. In fact, maybe even close your eyes for a moment. There are going to be just maybe 2 handfuls of moments in your lives that represent a turning point, a defining moment in your life. There have been others and there will be others, but this will be central. And so, yes, this ceremony will be probably a bit longer than you would like, particularly given the lack of air conditioning. But trust me, it's a day that you'll never forget, not just because of your graduation, but because of your friends' graduation, hopefully friends for life. At orientation, we say to our students, look to your left, look to your right. These are going to be people who with you the rest of your life. Stay in touch with them. Be good friends to them. Be good friends to each other. And so, you leave this campus no longer defined by what you're preparing to become. You're leaving with who you are and what you're now ready to do. Go forward as Yellow Jackets for life, leader ready, career ready, and future ready to build what next. This is the moment when years of late nights and early mornings and maybe a few decisions that seemed like a good idea at the time come together in a single step forward. So graduates, would you please stand as you are able and let everyone congratulate you for what you've done and all the wonderful things you will do in the future. You may be seated. It's now my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker. Cyril Kleem, the mayor of our city, our hometown, Berea, is a 1996 graduate of BW, and we're so proud that he's an alumnus. His presence underscores the enduring partnership between BW and the city of Berea, an alliance that has strengthened both the city and our campus for more than 180 years. His leadership has helped shape Berea into one of Ohio's most vibrant college towns. And as the city's longest-serving mayor, with 5 consecutive terms, he has guided thoughtful development that has brought the community alive and visible, from expanding retail and housing opportunities to championing beloved initiatives like Live at the Lake concert at Coe Lake Park. He has fostered a sense of place that benefits all of us, and his leadership has positioned Berea as a destination, hosting major events such as the Cleveland Browns training camp 1 minute away, the Cuyahoga County Fair, and so many others. He founded the Berea Community Development Corporation, supporting residents in need, and the Northern Ohio Veterans Association, which provides counseling and care to veterans. And through these efforts, Berea has earned national recognition. As Ohio's only, I repeat, as Ohio's only, we honor veterans community. A proud Yellow Jacket, Mayor Kleem's journey from BW student to public servant is a role model for all of us. Please join me in welcoming Mayor Cyril Kleem.
Thank you so much. Before I start, since tomorrow is Mother's Day, to all the moms who are here, I want to say Happy Mother's Day, and thank you for being a mom. I'm here today with my wife, Melissa, who's the mother of our 4 daughters, and we welcome all of you to Berea, especially those of you who may be visiting us for the first time. Here's a little fun fact I like to tell people. Melissa and I have the same birthday. It's kind of cool that I have the same birthday as my wife, so I never have an excuse to forget my wife's birthday. In case you're wondering, President Fisher, that's March 16th. You might want to put that on your calendar. To the graduates and your families, I congratulate you on earning your degree today, but I also congratulate you on the road you took to get here, because the road to success is rarely paved. It's not an easy road. It's a rocky trail, and I congratulate you for everything you've had to overcome to get to this point. I would like to thank President Lee Fisher and his staff for asking me to be the speaker today. It was a great honor for me. Since President Fisher has arrived in Berea with his wife, Peggy, they both have just fit right into our community, and it seems like we've known them for years. To all the BW staff, the trustees, the professors, those in academic and student services, buildings and grounds, safety and security, the dining services, to everybody. In my years as mayor, the BW staff has been a great partner to the entire Berea community. So I thank all of you. To Berea's first responders, some are here today. I thank all of our police and firefighters. They're the main reason Berea is one of America's safest college towns. So today I'll be brief, I promise you that. I want to talk to you today about going out into the world and making society a better place. Dr. Martin Luther King said, "Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others?" What are you doing for others? And so as you take the next step in your personal lives, like finding your dream job, or maybe you'll start a business, maybe you'll go to grad school or professional school, maybe you'll move to a new place or get married or start a family, whatever that next step is for you, I encourage you to take some time to move beyond yourself and make some room for others. However bitter and disappointing the world may seem, which we have to be honest, it does seem that way at times. And however small you may feel, like you can't make a difference, always remember this: you don't have to do great things, just small things with great love. That's a quote from one of the great 20th century humanitarians, Mother Teresa. Do small things with great love. I want to share with you a story today that illustrates that point. It goes back to when I was a student here at BW, and I was writing a research paper on President Harry Truman and how he desegregated the military in 1948. So that meant prior to 1948, black military personnel lived separately and were often treated unequally. And I knew someone very well. His name was John. And John served in the U.S. Army as an occupying force in Nagasaki, Japan, at the end of World War II. So that was just prior to 1948. And I heard many of John's stories over the years about how he was the son of poor Lebanese immigrants and how he served in Nagasaki, which was one of the cities that was devastated by the atomic bomb. But I never heard anything about segregation, so I wanted to ask him what it was like to serve in a segregated army. And John told me that he was in charge of the supplies and inventory for the Army base. He was in charge of distributing everything from cigarettes to socks. And in those days, just about everybody smoked. John was known to smoke 2 cigarettes at the same time. And as a white officer, John was ordered to give the black soldiers fewer supplies. Well, John thought that order was immoral, so he decided to give the black soldiers equal amounts of supplies. And of course, most of the soldiers were happy for the equal treatment. However, some were not, and someone reported him to his superiors for violating the Army's segregation policies. Fortunately, someone intervened, and John walked away with a relatively minor punishment. I share that story with you today because if you think about it, John didn't do anything on a great, grand scale. He didn't solve segregation. He didn't reverse centuries of racism. Rather, he did something small with great love by treating his Army buddies with equality and fairness. So as you go out into the world, make changes one person at a time by doing what you can with what you have right where you are, and do it with great love. The point I'm making is what I call the starfish principle, because it comes from an old story, maybe you've heard of it, of a little girl who's on the beach after the aftermath of a big storm, and there's starfish scattered all over the beach. Now, you know, if starfish are out of the water for too long, they won't survive, so the little girl is picking up those starfish one by one and placing them back into the water. A man walks by and he says to the girl, "What are you doing?" She says, "I'm saving the starfish." And he looks at all the starfish on the beach and he says, "Look how many there are. You can't make a difference." Well, she picks up a starfish, she places it in the ocean, and she said, "Well, I made a difference to that one." See, the man in that story, he only saw the macro problem. He saw the big problem of all the starfish, and he lost his hope. He became discouraged. And once you lose hope and courage, you no longer do good for anybody. While the little girl, like John in the first story, she had some hope, she had some courage. She didn't focus on the macro problem of all the starfish. She focused on a micro solution, saving one starfish at a time. And just because she couldn't save every starfish didn't mean she couldn't save any, or even just one. Just like John, just because he couldn't solve segregation, it didn't mean he couldn't help alleviate its negative effects by doing what he could with what he had where he was. By the way, John passed away in 2018 at the age of 90. He went into the hospital the week of Memorial Day, and he told my wife, Melissa, to go to the store and get one of those little red poppy flowers that the veterans pass out the week of Memorial Day. It represents those who died in service of our country, and he wanted to wear one on his hospital gown. So she did that, and John said, I'm going to die on Memorial Day. And a few days later, John passed away peacefully on Memorial Day with his family by his side. And I gave the eulogy at his funeral because John was my dad. And I'll always remember him for that story that he told me when I was a student here at BW. So as you go into the world and take the next step in life, as you embark on a new journey, try to make some room in your personal lives to help your community, to help your country, to help your world, your society. And ask yourself that question. What am I doing for others? Other people might have a hang-up of some sort that prevents them from doing good. Like the guy in the starfish story who said, you can't make a difference. Don't let someone else's hang-up be your hold-up. Don't let the negativity of others hold you up from being the light in the darkness, from changing the world one starfish at a time, one person at a time. I wish all of you many blessings in your future endeavors, and I thank you for the opportunity to be with you today. Thank you.
Mayor Kleem, thank you. I would like to ask two people to stand right now. One is the most important person in Mayor Kleem's life, and the other is the most important person in my life. So would the First Lady of Berea, Melissa Kleem, would you please stand and we can recognize you and thank you for your service to Berea. I would not have accepted this position without talking to my wife, Peggy, and getting her permission. But she is my partner, my presidential partner, Peggy Zone Fisher. Mayor Kleem, it's a tradition that we honor the commencement speaker with an honorary degree. And you have earned this degree many times over. These degrees are bestowed on individuals who, through their professional and personal lives, provide living examples of the qualities that BW prizes, the qualities that we would like our students to aspire to in their own lives. So it's our privilege today to confer an honorary doctoral degree on Mayor Cyril Kleem as a valued member of our community, and I'm asking Dr. Jason Kleiber, Professor of Politics and Global Citizenship, to the podium to read the presentation.
Thank you. President Fisher, it is my honor to present Mayor Cyril Kleem as a candidate for the honorary degree of Doctor of Public Service in recognition of his exceptional and sustained contributions to the city of Berea. He has demonstrated visionary leadership, enhancing quality of life, and helping position Berea as one of Ohio's most vibrant and welcoming college communities. Mayor Kleem's career reflects a deep dedication to public service and the common good, making him a highly deserving candidate for this honor. President Fisher, distinguished members of the board, I present Mayor Cyril Kleem.
Mayor Kleem, we're proud to confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Public Service, with all the rights and the privileges and responsibilities thereto appertaining. We present you with this diploma as a certificate of this honor and invest you with this hood, which symbolizes our degree. Most universities have just one person who reads all the names, but today you're going to hear from just one person. She's masterful at it. It's our Dean of Students, and she's going to say a few words first. Dean of Students, Lena Crane.
Thank you, President Fisher. Class of 2026, from the moment you arrived on campus through the journey you take today towards this stage, each of you has forged a unique path. Faculty, mentors, and devoted staff have challenged and supported you, celebrating the moments that developed your greater potential. Many of you grew as leaders, pursued internships and full-time roles towards a range of career journeys, and you have innovated to forge the future. Each one of the graduating students has made your mark on this university. Thank you for learning with us. Thank you for the ways you will make us proud as alumni, and thank you for making BW stronger. We are grateful for you. I now recognize Ilana Sue and Leah Kenya from our graduating class to come forward with a message for their class. Ilana and Leah will honor one of the university's most time-honored traditions, the Ring of Ribbons.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ilana Sue. This is Leah Kenya. We're the senior class homecoming royalty. Congratulations, class of 2026. To my right is the BW Ring of Ribbons. This ring serves as a reminder of our place in the ongoing heritage of Baldwin Wallace University. The tradition of this ring was begun by the graduates of 1915, and it holds the colors of each graduating class since then.
As we add our colors, we continue the story of BW. As a class, we added a lime ribbon to the ring at convocation, and now we add a pink ribbon at our commencement. We are all part of the history and future of BW, and I charge you to uphold the honor and tradition that it represents as you pursue excellence in your role as proud new alumni. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ilana and Leah, and congratulations. Since 1892, BW has held the White Rose Ceremony, which recognizes 27 graduating women who follow the spirited example of Philura Gould Baldwin, class of 1886 and curator of BW's first library. Would the 2026 recipients of the White Rose Honor please stand or wave to be recognized? Next, we recognize the Outstanding Senior Award winners for outstanding achievement across their academic, co-curricular, and experiential pursuits. With an average GPA of 3.98, not to mention their leadership, service, and innovation, they exemplify what it means to be career-ready, leader-ready, and future-ready. When I call your name, please stand or wave to be recognized. John Bacco. Steffi Burdick. Ted DeMarco. Samuel Dickout. Megan Hughes. Leah Kania. Jessica Klanowski. Lillian Knox. Emily Lesko. And Ilana Sue. Let's applaud the 2026 Outstanding Seniors.
I think the applause drowned out Steffi Burdick's name. You might want to say the name. I don't think she's spoke.
In our enthusiasm, we may have drowned out the name of Steffi Burdick. Steffi, will you stand or wave to be recognized? Congratulations. Provost Dollard.
Graduates, you have worked hard to get here, and we are pleased to greet you and congratulate you on your accomplishment. I will now recognize those undergraduate students who have earned academic honors in their undergraduate record. Summa cum laude, with highest honors, is used to designate the graduates who have earned a 3.90 GPA or better throughout their academic career. There are 97 summa cum laude graduates in the class of 2026. Will those persons please stand and be recognized at this time? Thank you. 84 students have earned the designation of magna cum laude with high honors, indicative of a 3.75 average or better. Will those students please stand and be recognized? "61 persons have earned the designation of cum laude with honors, having a 3.60 average or better. Will those students please stand and be recognized?" The Dayton C. Miller Honor Society was established at Baldwin Wallace to recognize those students who have consistently maintained superior academic achievement. There are 99 in this graduating class. Would the members of the Dayton C. Miller Honor Society please stand so we can recognize you? Congratulations and thank you. The Honors Program challenges students to complete an enhanced curriculum in the liberal arts and provides numerous growth opportunities related to research, service, and leadership development. Would the 17 students graduating from the Honors Program please stand so we can recognize you? Congratulations. In 1859, John Baldwin Jr. established a prize known as the Milton T. Baldwin Prize to be awarded to a member of the graduating class who has completed all coursework as of the date of commencement and who holds the highest rank in scholarship for the university course of study. There are 15 graduates who have earned a perfect 4.0 grade point average. Our winner this year has consistently held the highest grades and accomplishments over 4 years and completed all of their courses at BW. Leah Kania majors in music performance and will be receiving a Bachelor's of Music degree. Leah, will you come forward again? President Fisher and Board Chair Thomas, as we turn to the conferral of degrees, I am now pleased to report that this faculty has certified that the candidates whose names you will hear have met the university requirements for participation in this commencement ceremony. These students are candidates for the degrees of Master of Accountancy, Master of Business Administration, Master of Arts in Education, Master of Medical Science, Master of Science, Bachelor of Applied Arts, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Music Education, Bachelor of Science in Education, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. I have the honor to present these candidates to you.
We are about to confer degrees on our graduates. Before we do, I want to mention that included in this group for the first time are graduates from our Masters in Clinical Mental Health Counseling program. As we all know, the need for health professionals in our region is great. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics projects jobs in the counseling sector will grow by 25% by 2029. BW has responded by launching the Clinical Mental Health Counseling Program in 2024, and today we celebrate our first graduates. President Fisher, by virtue of the authority vested in the Board of Trustees of Baldwin Wallace University, I authorize you, on behalf of the Board, to confer on each of these candidates the degree earned as certified by the faculty and the provost of the university. I extend congratulations from the Board to these graduates who will join the ranks of our alumni family at Baldwin Wallace University. With this degree comes great responsibility and the expectation that you will do incredible things in your professional careers, personal lives, and contribute in many ways to help build a just and vibrant society. I wish you all the best as you continue your journey. Yellow Jackets for life.
I think, hold on just one second. I want to make sure my script's right. I told you this is my first commencement. I just want to get it right. I don't want to make any mistakes. Thank you, Dr. Dollard and Chair Thomas. Will all the candidates for graduation now please rise? Upon the recommendation of the Provost of the University, the certification of the faculty, and the approval of the Board of Trustees, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by our Board of Trustees and the State of Ohio, it is now my pleasure to confer your degrees with all the rights and privileges and responsibilities thereto appertaining. I now invite all of you to move the tassels of your cap as emblematic of the degrees you have to the left side of your cap. Congratulations. I now invite the faculty marshals to escort our new alumni to come forward to receive a diploma case as a symbol of this degree. Leading the procession are our graduate students who have earned master's degrees in Master of Accountancy, Masters of Business Administration, Master of Arts in Education, Master of Medical Science, and Master of Science. And as a tangible symbol of their attainment, I call the audience's attention to my right and your left where you will see the master degree recipients invested with a hood by members of our senior leadership team, emblematic of their advanced degree. And now, for the moment you've been waiting for, joining us to read the names is the one and only Dr. Lena Crane, Vice President and Dean of Students. Dr. Crane, you may begin.
Receiving a Master of Accountancy, Rochelle Bruno. Tyler Byers. Sean Charles. Julia Devney. Aiden Michael Dobson. Zachary Martin Ritz. Hayden Kissoon. Natalie Mascarino. Mia Pizzotto. Christine Shantz. Lindsay Ceballos. Justin Waitman. Receiving a Master of Business Administration and Bachelor of Arts, Claudia Joelle Feed. Receiving a Master of Business Administration, Jonathan Apt. Gwyneth Pauline Amalong. Sona Kundalal. Brennan Bale. Anna Joellen Beakley. Jacob Beakley. Jared Kahn. Sarah Kemalatis. Evan Michael Daniels. Deanna Dragon. Sarah Holmes. Colleen Jackson. Jason Klein. Mason Koyman. McKenna J. Marcus. Aaron Shane Matejchek. Riley Osborne. Marie Fidela Pareso. Olivia Nassif. Ella Grace Quick. Jaleel Matthew Richardson. Aubrey Rouser. Aaron Schrock. Samuel J. Sikorsky. Katie Stanger. Haley G. Sternod. Maximilian A. Sikora. Madeline Thomas. Seth Toffel. Brandon Vincent. Lorraine Y. Welch. Colin Wright. Victoria Wulu. Zachary Zool. Receiving a Master of Arts, Faith Victoria Ong. Annie Decker. Courtney Thaman. Philip R. Heck. Aya Ikathan Jadala. Cassandra Amoiloff. Jules Newbold. Samantha Ann Pitts. Ava Vasquez. Alexandra Morden Whittick. Receiving a Master of Arts in Education, Heather Arndt. Skylar D. Bridgeforth. Molly Cansian. Belinda R. Coates. Jody T. Demeline. Terrence L. Townsend. Azimaka L. Nwanyu. Jalen D. Graves. Galen Gold Grimes. Charlie Grigas. Danielle M. Schneider. Ruth Ya Salasi Musanga. Haley Spangler Mullen. Monisha Y. Townsend. Elizabeth Vimo-Percy. Receiving a Master of Medical Science, Ryan Ariel Arazazo. Marco Bolin. Haley Brenner. Kayla Nicole Cummings. Jillian Kornakikon. Madison Everly. Mia Lee Gates. Erica A. Grozinis. Alyssa Paige Heinlein. Ariel L. Holt. Hannah Renee Johnson. Justin A. Noak. Kelly Colmer. Amy Michelle Lane. Allison Catherine Macon. Connor N. Miller. Mabel Morielli. V. Jennifer Chuyet Nyun. Reagan Olak. Stephanie A. Osler. Taylor C. Price. Betty Arvina Richardson. Noor Salam. Alyssa Marie Saltzman. Brittany Shepard. Hayden Leanne Skilton. Brooke A. Smith. Cynthia Florence Snyder. Erin Tyson. Malia Fatima Umarani. We pause now to honor the life, work, and promise of Colleen Weiler. Colleen was pursuing her Master of Medical Science in the Physician Assistant Program, a path defined by compassion, commitment, and a calling to care for others. While her journey was cut short, her dedication to this profession and the impact she made on those around her will not be forgotten. In recognition of her hard work and her aspirations, Baldwin Wallace University is proud to award posthumously the degree of Master of Medical Science, Physician Assistant to Colleen Weiler. Accepting the degree is her son, Beckham. Erin Catherine Yoder. Receiving a Master of Science, Emily Cheevers. Alex C. Corrigan. Maura Ann Devine. Emily Dreyer. Lauren Michelle Frank. McKenna L. Gossman. McKinley Marcella Henry. Eve Johns. Kaylin Paige Longcar. Madeline Grace Macren. Margaret Marshall. Diana Mendez Bueno. Dana Morchak. Keely Patton. Sarah Ann Roberts. Dana Teresa Sackett. Molly Grace Skinner. Savannah Skorapa. Isabella Marie Tepper. Mackenzie S. Thrasher. Sarah Elizabeth Viernes. Arthur Wise. Please hold your applause until all names are read. Receiving a Bachelor of Applied Arts, Cheryl Bergenstein. Diana Torres. Receiving a Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science, Benjamin McCollum. Andrew Popel. Receiving a Bachelor of Arts, Kevin Michael Christopher Abella. Naya M. Absher. Michaela Faith Adamison. Noah L. Agarwala. Nordine Hakim Ali. Nicholas Shueri. Andrew J. Antal. Jackson Tyler Atanasio. Casey A. Badalak. Haley E. Baker. Jessica N. Basnett. Madison Michelle Beach. Logan Charles Beam. Devin M. Bennett. Mia E. Bernardinetti. Sierra Ann Bashera. Gavin Y. Binney. Georgia L. Bischoff. Joseph Blahovic, Katerina Blazetic, Mason Jarvis Bova, Nicholas Allen Bowen, Caitlin Bosher, James Boyle, Jillian Grace Brown, Skylar S. Bruno, Sabrina Burke, Raina J. Burleson, Gianna Chifazzo, Preston Douglas Keiko, Connor J. Carroll, Madeline Ariel Class, Marin M. Cobb, Elise Coble, Gabriella L. Condrick, Timothy R. Conwell, Angele Marie Corte Feliciano, Bailey A. Croft, Logan M. Cruz, Anthony Cuevas, Lily G. Cunningham, Benjamin J. Cuomo, Jack E. Davis, Rachel Davis, Ted Christopher DeMarco II, Elliot Dick, Samantha Katerina Dickens, Dylan Gugolszewski, Joshua T. Dome, Catherine E. Dunham, Caleb James Eidenmiller, Christian E. Eisenman, Raymond C. Ellington, Caden M. Fagg, John Michael Falbo, Philip Michael Fass, Ethan D. Fisher, Hannah Fisher, Gavin A. Flack, Jason M. Freeman, Emily A. Frint, Luis Andre Wernicke Fumagalli Filho, Ashley Nicole Gaines, Berta Gashi, Ryden C. Geiselhart, Mia R. Gasing, Michael C. Giganti, Brock Patrick Gill, Benjamin A. Glover, Matthew L. Glovna, Israel A. Goal, Asanjay A. Goodman, Deshaun Q. Gray, Caitlin N. Grew, Abigail G. Ginigondo, William Patrick Haberstroh, Marissa M. Hackworth, Michael F. Halligan, Henry M. Harders, Landon R. Hare, Jessica Hartley, Alyssa Hazrouni, Michaela Hazelkus, Braden N. Hayes, Sarisha Hatiarchi, Ethan Hingson, Justin Hollebeck, Nathan P. Hoover, Carly Marie House, Megan Hughes, Olivia I. Jesse, Cheyenne Lee Johnson, Michael P. Kane, Andrea A. Kaubel, Zachary T. Casimir, Samuel J. Corey II, Connor William King, Ryan Andrew Kissamaker, Jessica Alexandria Klanoski, Lillian Grace Keenan Knox, Quinn Knox, Jake M. Kuhnman, Alexander Kovac, Marzena Nadia Krulik, Emily Kusar, Ava Christina Kusik, Logan William Laffler, Olivia M. Lane, Ashton Elizabeth Langer, Derek B. Larner, Michael Leckler, Zachary Andrew Lalonis, Luke Leonard, Emily Lesko, Emma May Liu, Brooke A. Lorkey, Olivia Lopiccolo, Edward R. Madden, Morgan E. Massey, Evan M. McClory, Kevin M. Meyer, Alyssa M. Miller, Josh Minier, Cadence M. Mitchell, Benjamin Monti, Stephanie Montini, Jordan G. Moorstone, Anthony Joseph Morabito, Corinne Mosley, Haley L. Mold, Isabella Gemma Muniz, Kayla M. Muro, Joseph P. Novak, Ryan M. Novak, Gavin J. O'Hara, Sean O'Horo, Aiden F. O'Neill, Malik L. Parker, Gavin Charles Pate, Akshar Patel, Vivek A. Patel, Elijah Ray Pearson, Jason Pfeiffer, McKenna Pfeiffer, Katura E. Pleco, Drew Polensky, Catherine A. Popelka, Nathan A. Prasowski, Grace A. Pruchnicki, Thomas Apollo Podelsky, Logan D. Purdy, Anaya C. Qualls, Isabella Radke, Harley L. Ramirez, Cross Anthony Rapini, Tanner J. Reddix, Owen R. Reyes, Alyssa R. Risley, Macklin G. Rockus, David J. Sarchev, Hannah N. Schifferly, Allison Carol Schmidt, Catherine Blanche Schmidt, Simeon Schmidt, Tyler R. Schroer, Sydney Christine Schultz, Emmanuel Stephen Skordos, Mary E. Skordos, Jacob Daniel Seifert, Ian X. Sheely, Hannah Sim, Bailey Ann Slattery, Elena Smith, Matthew Snell, Isabella Marie Soto, Kaylee Marie Spangler, Elisa Suzion St. Louis, Mason A. Starkey, Eddie Jerome Starks, Ilana Sue, Hannah Marie Tossler, Janaya Miriam Tate. Alexandra M. Thompson. Caden E. Tyndall. Mia Joyce Tomei. Bennett L. Trout. Alexander J. Trusso. Bryce C. Venrick. Haley Verbiak. Bailey R. Wall. Kira Lind Weaver. Carly M. Webster. Colby R. Whiteside. Ari Whitfield. Kevin B. Wilker. Emma G. Williams. Brady J. Wilson. Mark Stephen Wilson, Jr. Grace Wires. Jamar Z. Worthy. Eileen A. Young. Grace Elena Zarzor. Taina J. Zeno. Receiving a Bachelor of Fine Arts, Lauren Amy Berger. Joanna Rosa DiGiorgio. Kate J. Habacost. Bradley C. Hughes. Logan Quinn Muggs Johnson. Geneva V.J. Milliken. Elena Grace Thompson Santos. Receiving a Bachelor of Music and Bachelor of Music Education, Claire Tabor Cunningham. Receiving a Bachelor of Music and Bachelor of Science, Kevin Hibovia. Arthur Ross. Receiving a Bachelor of Music, Dylan Charles Arner. Kishante Eginal Baker. Madison Bove. Bonnie Amelia Burgess Gay. Adrian L. Clark. Martina S. DeLuccio. Aiden J. Eddy. Sophia E. Edwards. Avery Marie Fahey. Hannah K. Fuller. Sasha Gray Geiser. Jacob Gonzalez. Ashley R. Handwork. Brian E. Harper. Joseph D. Barnhouse. Abby Grace Horn. Jaheim Laron Hugan. Jacqueline L. Kaminsky. Leah N. Kenya. Camille Irene Cayley. Matthew F. Kujawa. Aki Catherine Lasher. Kyle David McDonald. Anthony F. Malinowski. Julia Ann Martin. Marcos Morales. Dakota Renteria. Elizabeth V. Satiriano. Marius Shiner. Nathan Chavone. Michael J. Seka. Dakota M. Sapusik. Kaya C. Sparks. Eden Carol Susong. Noah Sitch. Angela Whitwer. Glory Nell Wood. Sienna Batista Warland. Receiving a Bachelor of Music Education, Matthew T. Baldwin. Aaron Michael Battle, Lindsay R. Burke, Patrick J. Bursey, Allison Claire Fight, Maddie J. Ferguson, Marianthi C. Halkias, Kennedy R. Lackner, William A. Lowe, Jackson B. Mazzella, Francis L. Pavuk, Madison M. Putzer, Zoe K. Underhill, Thomas R. Wilson, Nathan Riley Zedzilka. Receiving a Bachelor of Science, Raneem Abed. Noura Afana. Malik K. Assad. Kayla M. Bolton. Peyton R. Aston. John Alexander Bacho. Caitlin J. Barnhart. Remington Walter Bauer. Maria W. Beckett. Elizabeth G. Bell. Mackenzie M. Berg. Ethan M. Bianco. Mackenzie A. Blum. Jacob E. Borishchak. Ethan R. Brady. Joseph J. Brick. Holden W. Burke. Madeline Casella. Kaylee J. Kramers. Samantha D. Crowthers. Kyler R. Cubison. Allison M. Dam. Giovanna Rose Del Bono. Taylor G. Denall. Anthony Olson Diaz. Samuel C. Dickhout. Kira Reese Donkers. Benjamin Manning Dubé. Lauren E. Dunlap. Allison M. Durkin. Angelina M. Edelberg. Parkle L. Edel. Mario Joel Escobar. Maggie K. Fairchild. Stephen E. Falte. David Thomas Fanning. Rachel A. Fibby. Sophia Victoria Franks. Autumn Michelle Freeman. Adrian Gashi. Samuel E. Gerber. Emily Grace Gilman. Alexa P. Gossett. Rachel Vanessa Grossman. Kayla N. Hall. Maxwell D. Harper. Sophia Hazel Hellman. Jesse R. Herod. William Horvath. Morgan Marie Ingalls. Emily M. Irving. Yasmin Jabbar. Caitlin A. Gillick. Emily C. Johnson. Nicole M. Johnson. Charlotte Mary Jones. Jessica A. Caldas. Stevie J. Cantor. Jalen L. Kelso. Lauren Grace Kendall. Donald J. Curley. Gabriel A. Kahn. Aiden Kim. Joshua S. Kosis. Caleb M. Kolar. Kiefer Thomas Kolar. Elena M. Kosinski. Jace Lander. Kaylee Rose Lanza, Kennedy Christine Latiman, Ariel Lissy, Michael R. Loescher, Molly Renee Lorenz, Chase T. Manson, Justina A. Mata, Benjamin McCauley, Graham Pearson McDougall, Mark Mercado, Juliana Merdita, Isabella Marie Messina, Max Miklich, Zachary Michael Mihawk, Zella A. Miller, Hannah Rose Montgomery, Ryan S. Mowat, Stephanie J. Mraz, Sydney Mudge, Len Needham, Elizabeth G. Norris. Hold on. Onawali Ianu Olua Onamusi. Ed Opris. Anthony Opris. Sophia Page Ott. Andrew Michael Paulos. Caroline Pastori. Elizabeth Dolores Ann Perrick. Yariana Milan Perez Mendez. Loudon Peters. Ella G. Powell. Trey A. Powell. Madison Elizabeth Prigge. Jennifer Ryan Patak. Lucky Nicole Rock. Elizabeth Marie Ranker. Zachary Rector. Shannon M. Redmond. Margaret Eden Richards. Leah Christine Riley. Michael James Rodak. Ella Regan Rogers. Owen K. Roganich. Jaden Andreas Roman. Phoebe M. Rush. Gabrielle A. Schlecht. Corey Ryan Schwartz. Abdul Hadi Sefo. Albert Michael Selby. Jenna Catherine Shepard. Zachary F. Shipley. Emily P. Sibilski. Samantha R. Smearman. Alexander G. Smith. Kieran P. Smith. Alexis Michelle Smith. Christy N. Spihar. Lauren Stavai. Joshua Steinitz. Courtney Addison Stewart. Nolan G. Such. Samantha Thielen. Madison Taylor Thomas. Brooke E. Thompson. Crispin Noel Torres. Michaela A. Trill. Stephen S. Tumino. Jayanti A. Upadhyay. Mallory Upcraft. Dominic H. Vasco. Gregory A. Waskowski. Megan J. Wedding. Jacob Weingart. Abrin R. Wilkins. Charles James Woods. Receiving a Bachelor of Science in Education, Madeline Amari. Maggie S. Battles. Elizabeth Olive, Abigail Bolton, John Brammer, Stephanie A. Burdick, Christina R. Burkert, Bryn Cansian, Madeline Rosemary Mellert, Allison Nicole Menendez, Amelie Munir Mohammed, Madeline L. Morse, Callie Day Pulaski, Joshua Russell Reed, Sabrina R. Ross, Caitlin Francis Sharp, Miles James Sloan, Selena Elizabeth Tapia, Bridget Murphy Varley, Annabelle J. Wilford, Danya Yassin, Kira L. Zimmerman, receiving a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Morgan D. Alloy, Carly Behringer, Rebecca Jacqueline Del Rio, Ellen Grace Fox, Drexton A. Friscone, Aaron E. Gabriel, Isabel Lucia Gallagher, Catherine T. Harper, Julia Grace Hurd, Rianne Mohammed Jaber, Kelsey Marie Kowalczyk, Maya Lee Mooney, Kian E. Moser, Ava E. Oni, Thomas J. Rodella, Amelia L. Robertson, Alexandra Nicole Rodopoulos, Kylie M. Rooney, Samuel Robert Seidelson, Hannah Elizabeth Sensel, Madison Christine Smith, Jamie Q. Snell, Chloe N. Willard, congratulations to all the graduates.
Take a breather while they're getting their photos taken, and then I'll start. I want to make sure they all get their photos first. Oh, shit. Where was it? Okay, there it is. Talk among yourselves. Okay. Okay, we're almost done. Each of you has chosen to study and learn the last 4 or more years of your life like most people won't, so you can make this a better world like most people can't. You're leader ready, you're career ready, and most importantly, you're future ready. I want to leave you with just 4 things. And each of them is what BW stands for. BW means be who you are. When people have a choice between choosing the imitation or the real thing, they always choose the real thing. So be real to yourself, listen to your inner voice, and when your head and your heart conflict, choose your heart. The second thing I want to leave you with is that BW also means get better at who you are. I want you to know that it's important to improve yourself every single day and never be satisfied. And I also want to say something that you might sound strange, but I want you to fail. And here's why. The people who try hardest are the ones who fail. But they fail forward, they fail up, and they always keep going. And they always, even in their toughest moments, they can see the finish line. Number 3, find a better way. That's what BW means too. There's always more than 2 choices in your life. There are going to be moments when you can't decide between A and B and pause for a moment and say, wait a second, maybe there's a third or a fourth or a fifth choice. That's what I call the better way. And my final words to you are BW also means better world. Pledge to yourself and to each other that you will help someone someday that you'll never meet. That you're going to do something that goes beyond you, even your family, even your closest friends, but you're going to do something that changes somebody else's life. You may never meet them, you may never know their name, but you'll do it in your own way, in your own time. So be who you are, get better at who you are, find a better way, and make this a better world. Now let's have a standing ovation for the class of 2026. And class of 2026, this is one more chance for you to thank your family and friends, so you please stand, please. You can be seated. We conclude today's ceremony with a benediction which will be offered by Reverend C.J. Harkness. Following the benediction, we'll be singing of the BW alma mater by some of our most talented students, after which you may remain seated until the marshals release you for the recessional. So please stand now for the benediction and the alma mater.
We come again to conclude this moment, but not to conclude celebration. We are grateful and inspired by all of these who have come through so many things known to us and unknown to be at this moment and this day. And so with gratitude, we release, but recognize that if we see ourselves as all walking on that beach, that it will only take us one starfish apiece to change the world. Allow us to collectively change the world, seeing our individual contributions to it, and allow us to go forth from this moment in great joy. May the road rise to meet them, and may the wind be always at their backs, and may the sun shine warm upon their face. And until we meet again, please hold us in the palm of your hand. Amen.